Hello and welcome to the 3 Count Podcast, the podcast that discusses the week's events in wrestling. Now let's get on with the show.
This is the 3 Count Podcast with your hosts, Aaron Phelan, Adam Barlow, and Michael Titley.
Alright, this is Michael, hosting episode 2 of the 3 Count Podcast. With me today, we've got Adam.
You alright?
And we've got Aaron.
Hey.
Alright, let's discuss the weeks in Raw first. What did you think of the show, guys? Good, bad?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Can't think of anything that annoyed me.
Yeah, I think it was pretty good Raw as well.
Nothing annoyed you, Aaron? Nothing about Roman Reigns this week? Nothing annoyed you?
I'm trying to hold off on the Reigns hate at the minute, to be honest.
You sure? Because, there's a lot of it to go around, so...
No, I think I'm trying to look on the positive side of his push at the minute.
Alright, so
he's improving, let's be fair.
He is improving.
And the reactions are getting better.
Yeah, we'll go with that one.
If they're getting better, let's be fair. I don't think they will on the night of Mania.
No, I was going to say, the night of Mania, I don't think that will last.
That's gonna be hectic, especially with...
Beast Incarnate.
The Beast Incarnate. If he is leaving, like the rumour suggests, then that could make for an interesting reaction as well, because, just think back to Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar.
Mania 20.
That was it.
Yeah. I don't think the fans will turn on Brock this time, though, considering the way that the reactions Roman's getting. I think they're going to be firmly in Brock's corner, but I don't know. We'll have to see, I suppose.
Yeah.
So what did you guys think of the start of Raw when Seth Rollins came out and cut a great promo slagging Jon Stewart off? It was quite good. And then Roman Reigns came in and cut a much shitter promo, should we just say?
Yeah, I think Seth's promo on Raw was actually really good, but then again, I think Seth in general has improved a lot on the mic, and he's just fantastic with his promos at the minute.
He's amazing.
He really
is good. I think though, with Roman Reigns, when he's he needs someone to just tell him to shut up. When he's he cut something good, and then he just goes on, and you're thinking, why was this good now?
Yeah.
It just ruins the rest of it. Something came out of all that Samoan blood shit the other week.
Well, it just depends on how much he has to say, how much improv he's got to do.
Yeah.
He didn't say much this week, which was helpful for him. And then he, with the whole, I've got to punch you in the mouth. When he says badass things like that, that's where he kills it.
I thought it was quite violent when he said that, and then actually did punch him. I thought that was quite below the belt,
I loved it. Love that.
What did everyone think of the Jon Stewart show hosted by... the Daily Show, should I say, is hosted by Seth Rollins?
I can refer to my notes now. You see, I was really impressed with that. Really, really impressed.
Yeah.
Jon Stewart, because normally when you have these celebrity guests, it's we're going to have a wasted 10, 15-minute segment.
Couldn't agree more.
Fucking Kathy Lee and Holder pretended they know anything about wrestling.
Exactly.
But he was knowledgeable. He knew what he was on about.
He did.
And he related to, past events. And more importantly, he was actually entertaining. And he was funny.
Just to go back to what you said there, who do you think was the worst ever celebrity to do a guest appearance on Raw?
I think
celebrity. Do you not think Ricky Hatton was worse when he came on? That was the worst thing ever. That was worse than Mike Tyson's.
You didn't like Mike Tyson.
No, I love Mike Tyson, but he was terrible on Raw.
You see, with Ricky Hatton, though, it was in Manchester, wasn't it, when he came on?
I think so, but
I think that's what killed it the most.
He looked like he was coked out of his head as well when he was doing it.
He punched Chavo in the face, so that was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
No, it was something with DX.
He punched Chavo in the face, and I remember
That was it, yeah.
Actually, I remember that actually making the news as well.
I was going to say, yeah. Yeah, that was on ITV News. That was cool. You're a proud fan when you see your favourite products come onto the news.
And actually being praised as well, rather than...
with Wade Barrett and Rooney.
Yeah.
Well, no, we're going to get that match. Stone Cold and Wayne Rooney versus Kevin Davis and BMB. It'd be a great match.
I'm sure it would.
Flying headbutt from the top rope by Kevin Davis.
Oh, God.
Well, yeah, back to Jon Stewart. Another thing I enjoyed, he... one other thing I hate with celebrity guests on the show is they have the tendency to have the guest kind of... I hate using the word bury, but... make a fool out of the wrestler.
Yeah.
like when we had Shaq O'Neal.
Oh yeah.
Was it hip toss Titus O'Neal? I think he did.
Yeah, it's something like that one day.
It's like Titus O'Neal's meant to be the pro wrestler here. Shaquille O'Neal's meant to be the. Somebody tell me what he is, because I don't want to.
Basketball.
Yeah. Love sports, mate. Love him.
I can tell.
Whereas Jon Stewart, he made fun of Rollins a little bit, but then he immediately backed down.
I think it's good the fact that he's actually a wrestling fan. I think that helps a lot.
That was the most important bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
He knew what he was on about, and he was great. Loved
Definitely.
it.
Yeah, it was really good. I mean, I was praying that they didn't do something where he, like, I don't know, knocked Seth out or something. I was like, please don't do something like that. He doesn't need to do that, and I'm glad they didn't. It was really good, the promo he did.
Like a quick low blow, and then he ran out the ring. He basically shot himself, ran out the ring, and it didn't make Rollins look like a fool because he got him on the slide.
Yeah.
What did everyone think of the cut off that point? What did everyone think of the Undertaker and Bray Wyatt feud that's coming about? Does anyone think that'll happen at Mania?
It's looking more and more likely.
Yeah, which personally I'm not really looking forward to it too much.
I'm not either. One of them's going to get buried. You should just do a buried alive match to put it in literal terms.
See, I'm not worried about one of them being buried. Well, unless Undertaker comes out and does like 3 tombstones and fair enough, where it would be buried then. But as long as they have, I don't want them to have a match full stop. I said this last week. I really don't.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're having a match. I still don't know why they're having a match. I just see it as, Undertaker's lost his streak. He's 50 odd years old. He's pretty much broken. Like what you said last week. He's coming out worse and worse every week, and I don't see the point of it. It's not I'm scared of him. I just think that it's just making his career a bit of a thing that he comes back once a year, and then if he keeps getting beat, then it's a bit of a shitter.
Yeah, the thing is, I just don't see what good it's going to do for either of them, the match. Undertaker wins, it seems pointless. And if Bray wins, it feels like, once again, the streak is getting pushed as an afterthought, which really shouldn't be happening.
Unless there's more to it kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, we're just going to have to wait and see, aren't we, I suppose?
They could pull something out of the bag that none of us are expecting.
I still wanted Boogeyman to fight Bray Wyatt. I think that'd have been brilliant, that. That'd be brilliant, that match, though.
I suppose it might be.
Is everyone looking forward to the Andre the Giant Battle Memorial match, even though John Cena won't be taking part?
Let's call it a Battle Memorial match.
yeah, that's what it's going to be called now. We'll just call it that.
The Battle Memorial. Well, I suppose that's a smooth point to lead us on to Axel Mania.
Yeah.
Axel what?
Axel Mania will be taking over that Battle Royal.
Yeah, he really will.
Yeah, he will, probably. I mean, he's still not been eliminated from the Royal Rumble, so imagine how long he can go on a Battle Royal.
Exactly.
I'm really excited to see what they pull out with this, but as
put something out their arseholes.
As for Axel Mania itself, how fucking great is that?
It's really amazing how Axel has made himself so relevant with an excellent little gimmick that he's got going. I just really love it.
Talk about making the most out of a shit situation.
Yeah. Which also brings us on to Cena on Raw with Axel. Which, I don't know, what did you guys think of the whole angry Cena thing staring in the corner?
We did beat the shit out of him, didn't I?
I dug that, I'm not going to lie. I'm really liking Old Man Cena.
I think Old Man Cena is the best thing to happen to him.
It really is. I really hope more people can get behind it because he's great.
I hope next year he's main eventing though. I think we're all planning to go WrestleMania. I'd love to see John Cena be in the main event and winning. It'd be brilliant.
Because that's
just to see your faces.
Depends who he faces.
Now, to be fair though, I think Cena I don't know why they're slipping him down to the United States Championship. Really, I mean, don't get me wrong. Well, it's just there are a lot of good superstars, but no offense to Brock, because I do really like Brock, but when a part timer and someone who I'm not coming out with the shit that he's not ready and all that bollocks, but he's not really done anything Roman Reigns after the Shield, has he? Can you one of his great matches and his main event in WrestleMania?
Yeah.
That's why I didn't think Bryan should main event it either, because he's been on the sidelines for too long.
Yeah, but I think that's not a fair point, really. I mean, I know I'm going to start getting really defensive here with Bryan, but
Oh, yeah, of course.
I feel the crowd want him. He deserves it. He never lost the title.
Sound like Batista.
Yeah, I think the match would have been a really great match, something that we would have not seen in a very long time. I think them two could have produced a brilliant match.
But would you not rather just have a massive punching match with Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns?
Which is worryingly what it's probably going to be.
Maybe. I wouldn't mind Roman Reigns winning if Seth cashes in.
Which hopefully is what happens.
Well, that actually makes me think back to the Seth Rollins Reigns promo. Like, I got so excited when he suggested that he cash in and face both in a triple threat match. Like, I dig that idea.
Yeah.
Well, what about you?
Yeah, he wouldn't do that though. He's too much of a heel.
He's a chicken shit heel. But no, I'm saying, let's hypothetically, if that happened, would you be down with that?
I would be.
Yeah,
down
it'd be good.
with that.
I think he proved in the Cena match with Brock and Seth that he's a very good. When it comes to the big matches, he can produce the goods.
Yeah, Seth really took that as his moment to prove himself in that triple threat, and I really think he cemented himself as a big player.
I just think that when Brock German suplexed him like a couple of weeks before when they had that fight and he literally did a full flip when he German suplexed, it was like, oh my god, that is unreal.
The stuff that Seth can do is amazing.
Like them curb stomps.
Hands down, the best person to sell a move, Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Does anyone reckon that, what's Rusev going to do after Cena beats him?
See, this is what I'm worried
about. I don't know, I wasn't at the booking creative meeting.
Well, next time you've got to be in there. You've got to be in there getting some, decent tips.
What do you think the possibility is of Rusev actually winning?
Well, what they could do kill Cena though, don't they? If Cena loses,
They don't kill him. Cena's never going to lose his momentum.
Yeah, but
it's impossible to ruin the momentum of a guy that's been on top for over 10 years.
Don't matter. No matter. The higher you are, the bigger the fall.
See, the thing is, if Cena does win, at least it means Rusev can move on to the main event title picture.
Do you think Rusev will be affected by losing, though?
Not if he loses in a strong match, no. I don't think so. It depends on how well the booking is after.
That's what you said about Bray Wyatt.
And the booking afterwards was not very good, let's be honest. After he lost to Cena, that's the main reason.
What even did he do after that?
Lost to Cena again.
Again and again. And then
that's what Seth Rollins did. He had about 4 matches with Cena. What was all that about?
Seth Rollins hasn't had... He's had big moments, but he's not had his big moment yet.
Well, like WrestleMania moment.
Exactly. The Bray Wyatt WrestleMania match, that could have been his big moment. And he lost, but that wasn't the end of it. The end of it happened where, bad booking. And that was like the ultimate fate, really.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Do you want to, let's move on to the Divas match of the night, and that was Paige versus Brie Bella.
Yeah, it was. No, Nikki Bella.
How did you know that was next on my notes?
Because I'm always there. I'm just reading your mind. I'm sat next to you, aren't I?
Yeah, it was Nikki Bella, yeah.
Nikki or Brie? Can't remember.
Nikki.
It was Nikki, right.
It was for the championship.
It was indeed. It was a good match until, her bitch of a sister interrupted.
I think definitely you could tell that they was responding to the hashtag Give Divas a Chance.
I was waiting for that because okay.
Shall we let you run with this now, Adam?
Yeah, go on, take the ball and run.
I'm all for Give Divas a Chance. But it's the crowd, I don't think they are. You see, it's gotten to the point where a Divas match is considered, at least from a crowd perspective, to be the piss break / concession stand break.
Yeah.
But it should be.
Go on.
Anything to do with Daniel Bryan.
Well, I was going to say, piss break, concession stand break, or more annoyingly, the opportunity to chant for former superstars, more specifically, the superstar that we don't speak of, I'm joking.
People who chant CM Punk during AJ's matches, they should have signs up around the arena saying you will be shot.
It's not even during AJ match, it's just in general. It's all good saying give the Divas a chance, but if you're going to sit there during the show, chant for another superstar, how are you proving to WWE that you want this?
The thing that really shocked me with the whole thing was the fact that before AJ came out, there was AJ chants.
Exactly.
She got a massive pop. Like I've not heard a diva get a pop like that since probably Paige won the title after Mania last year.
Yeah,
that was the greatest match ever.
She got a massive pop, came out, everyone was happy to see her, and then as soon as she gets in the ring, what do you start hearing? CM Punk. Honestly.
What, are you proving that you know who her husband is?
Exactly.
Everybody knows.
Who? Paige's?
No.
Taking the piss. They should be shot though. They should literally have signs there. Plenty of warning. You've had warning, right? Bang.
Mike the extremist here, but no, it's just pick a side. Either request divas get a chance and then act like you actually want that to happen, or continue being a dick during shows. Actually, please don't do that. But yeah, it just annoys me. It really does.
Yeah, definitely.
But as for AJ's return, obviously, I was glad to see that.
I was very happy to see AJ back.
Yeah. Where do you think this leads for Mania? Do you think?
I'm thinking Fatal 4-Way.
I'm hoping it is actually.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be actually quite good if they could get, say, one, maybe two, depends who it is, Natalya, maybe another diva, and have a championship scramble match. Not brought them, but bring one of them back.
Oh, that's actually a very interesting point, because I enjoyed them. The
scramble, I loved it.
Yeah.
It's very mixed opinions with the scramble match. I personally loved it.
Yeah, some people hated them. I thought it was a nice little gimmick thing to do, and I really enjoyed them.
As long as they don't do a pay-per-view and call it Championship Scramble.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Every match is a Championship Scramble.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Just while we're on the topic of AJ, what do you think of the rumour of that tweet she sent to Steph?
Oh, right, yeah.
Potentially being turned into a storyline?
Go on.
Would you dig that, or...?
What was the tweet?
Oh, Michael.
I'm sure I've read it, but go on, just
fill it was in relation to give divas a chance.
Yeah.
He basically said, it's all good saying that, but it's the male superstars on the roster get double pay. Don't get half as much time. No, get more time than the divas. Sorry, you'd have to read the tweet.
Certain divas should earn the same amount as WWE superstars, but no WWE male superstars. But I just think when people like Eve Marie are earning the same as you think, you're not really doing much. I mean, fair enough for the Bellas, AJ, Paige, Natalya, the ones who are actually wrestling in the ring. Maybe Naomi. But the ones who are just on Total Divas think you're getting paid for that. So, are they?
Yeah, of course they'll be getting paid
for
it.
That's what I mean. That's their job now, to be on that show. They're not really. It's a way of so they don't have to give them as much time.
Does that what you're saying? Does that apply to Paige?
Yeah, Paige should get more money. Of course she should. Why shouldn't she? Why shouldn't the top divas get paid as much as the Titus O'Neills and the Darren Youngs and
to be fair, we don't know how much they're actually paid. They might be paid the same amount as them, but
no. But what I meant is, if they're getting paid the same, that's still wrong because what the fuck have they done in the past year or so?
I think part of the pay situation comes down to merch sales, though.
Well, yeah,
and
I bought a Paige top, so I'm giving her a bit of money.
Good job. And how evident it is that particular superstar or diva is putting butts in seats.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, to be fair though, we're going. One of the reasons I'm going to the Manchester one is because hopefully Paige is there.
Well, you send an email to WWE and you tell them that.
I'm gonna, as soon as I learn to write or use email, I'm gonna email them on.
Okay.
In response to your question before, Adam, the AJ and Steph feud, I think it would be an interesting way to go, really. I think it would highlight the divas a lot more, but then again, we said that about Brie Bella and Stephanie at SummerSlam, which turned out to be terrible, but whatever.
Am I the only one who did not expect that swerve?
No, I didn't.
Saw it coming from a mile away.
Really? I genuinely did not see that.
I didn't see that either.
Really?
No, I did not see that.
Did you not think it was obvious?
No, I really didn't. I just thought it was one of them things where I thought something weird was going to happen. I don't know, all the divas coming out and beating the shit out of the Bellas. Thought that could happen, but I just didn't see that coming. And I know when you look at what happened, you could see that coming, but just didn't see it coming.
I thought it was the general opinion that people saw it coming, didn't realise.
I love being the naive fan.
Yeah,
Well,
we
it's the
don't
best one.
read dirt sheets.
Oh, well.
Paul Heyman, how amazing was that promo this
I
week?
can't believe we've not spoke about this already.
Do you need to speak about Paul Heyman? I mean, if you could just say Paul Heyman and promo, you think that was probably good, that.
Honestly, good isn't the word for that promo. That was amazing, that promo.
Like, I love how he shot on the IWC, but at the same time didn't. Like, how he can blend a sort of breaking kayfabe run, but still make it relevant to the show, and not actually break kayfabe. I think it's amazing.
I wonder if that the promo was partly his response to the backlash he got the week before from all the Reigns.
Yeah, I think it was.
that
I think he
did.
got a lot of shit from that.
Yeah.
I think when he mentioned all them superstars, it was like, as soon as he mentioned John Cena, it was like, don't talk out your ass, Paul.
I'm
Don't talk out of your ass.
Other names that got more of a reaction than Cena.
Yeah, but Cena's better than all of them, to be honest.
And also, to give credit, well played with the sound issues. I mean, if anyone knows how to get heat, it's this guy.
Yeah.
Like, the sound guy must be from New Jersey. Like, just brilliant.
Then what was it, Lillian Garcia?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he just went, yeah, that's an actual job that you're doing for once.
I love that. And then everyone was like, oh, and he was going, oh, what? Like, moaning at all the crowd. Oh, he's brilliant, him.
They're one of the best, really is.
Definitely.
What about Booker T getting fired and then instantly rehired?
I thought that was a bit of a strange little...
I thought it was brilliant, mate. I really did enjoy it. I was like, why are you not beating the shit out of him, Booker? And then when he got hired, and then the match after, that was quite embarrassing. He just turned to him and went, yeah, of course it was.
He played it well, especially
he
afterwards on the commentary. Like, he was quiet throughout the rest of the night.
He got geared up though a bit, about half an hour later. He did get geared up after a bit.
Yeah.
I do like this Triple H where he's a bit like an arsehole. More of which than usual.
Yeah. The only thing with this whole Sting and Triple H feud is I think they're focusing too much on WCW versus WWE, which I think is a bit of an issue considering who
that shit was 10 years ago.
Yeah, more than 10 years ago. I mean, they're aiming the product at a young audience, and I'm sure half of them don't even know what WCW is. And they're putting a big emphasis on that, which is a bit
I just
weird.
think it's a way of them pushing the network more for this WCW thing.
That's a very good point, actually.
How much is it?
It's about $9.99, probably somewhere around that area.
$9.99.
Something like
UK
that.
and America.
Yeah,
No
we
matter
got
what
screwed
currency,
there,
it's just
didn't we?
$9.99. It could be yen, it'd be $9.99.
I think one of the original plans for the UK was to make it $6.66.
I don't think that went down well with the Christians of England.
Oh, wow.
I think though, we've had it since it came out, haven't we, Aaron? You didn't give it for about a month, but we didn't pay for it, but we had it.
You didn't get it when it first came out. Unlike me, I got it the day it came out. Just
yeah, but you got it illegally. We got it legally, but then they made the mistake, and we just didn't correct them.
It's not illegal. It's just frowned upon.
It's not. It literally is illegal.
Oh, are we turning this podcast into a law dispute now?
Yeah, we are. No, we're not really.
There you go.
But yeah, I think it's a way of them. I think they're gonna have to. I don't know why. I've got a sneaky suspicion that they're gonna end up upping the price soon.
Yeah,
and I just think it's a way of them, plugging. You've got to use WCW now to watch. You've got loads of shit now you can watch. You may as well pay an extra $3.
Yeah.
But I do think they're going to up it because there's only so much that you can watch on it where you're only just watching it for the pay-per-views.
I think
I can watch this online.
I think that what they're going to start doing is probably a tiered option, like Netflix and things.
Yeah,
they have different price points. I think that might be a thing they'll introduce at some point.
See, don't get me wrong. I'd probably just, if it was up to me, I'd probably just pay $7.99 or whatever and just have the pay-per-views.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that they might start, or I think as well what they might do at some point is take the big four off as well, like WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Rumble, Survivor Series.
That was one of the biggest surprises for me, was knowing that Mania was a part of it.
Yeah, that was a very big surprise.
I think though, I think that what they'll do is you pay say $70.99 and you can get all the old stuff, or you can pay like $5 extra to get the pay-per-views.
See, I don't think they're going to put the price down.
No, they're not putting the price down. But you're not going to just pay $80.99 just to watch the old content, and then they're going to do it $5 extra so you can watch the pay-per-views. So you see it as a saving, but it's not actually a saving.
Yeah, true.
I don't think it's going to have a radical change for a while.
No, I think it's probably going to be a good while before they start changing things. But
I think they'll see when all the money comes up and how much they're making, how much they're losing.
As long as they continue to break even with the million subscribers, then.
I mean, the stocks are still going well at the minute. I mean, currently they're at 17, so.
So, all you stockbrokers listening, you'll know what that means. Whereas all you know people will be going, "What's that?" Which I don't know. So.
Right. IC title?
Yeah, who's holding that recently? I think I've got it, I've got it, I'm holding it right now.
It's Stardust currently holding it, isn't it?
That's correct.
No, it's me. I took it off him, didn't I?
It's gotta say, how great is R-Truth?
R-Truth is really, he's killing it at the minute.
Like,
yeah, he's...
You hate us saying this, don't you, Mike?
No, yeah, I do hate saying killing it.
I hate it when they randomly add guys into a title picture just to fill it. But then when he's actually doing something and he's been...
Like stealing the title.
Like... then he gives it away because he's like... He's scared of whoever is in front.
Yeah, he's coming after him for it.
I really thought they was going to make a racist joke, and he was stealing it. I had a really sneaky suspicion of, are they going to do it?
I won't put it past them.
That's what I mean. They do a sly racial joke every now and then just to show that Vince is an old man.
Do you remember that time, it was years ago, when Vince said to Booker something like "my nigger," and I was like, whoa, gone too far, way too far. You don't say that word.
Yeah, you don't say that word. That's their word. That's our word, not your word. Yeah, it was good, though. Who's going to win at Mania?
Well, before we say that, I just wanted to say,
go on.
more directed to Aaron, because I know he'll be the most affected. Daniel Bryan being pushed down to the IC title exactly a year after main eventing for the WWE World Heavyweight title last year.
See, in one hand, I'm glad that he's down there at the IC title to hopefully try and win it and elevate the title, but on the other hand, I just feel that fans are still completely behind him, and I think he deserves... Not. Well, you're not, but you never have been, to be fair, so... But majority of fans are still completely behind him, and I don't know, it just feels wrong having him there on the card just with all the other guys that have got a lot of momentum at the minute, and they're basically like, oh yeah, here's your match to keep you all happy, but, whatever.
Yeah. Logically, it makes no sense, but
no, that
match is definitely going to sell.
Definitely.
What about if you join the Primetime Players? Would that make you happy?
No.
Alright. Maybe, you could go all Tyson Kidd and be like, Brie Bella's what's the word? Push or whatever you want to call it. Like Brie Bella and Daniel Bryan versus Naomi and Jey Uso versus Natalya and Tyson Kidd.
Kill me now.
Would that make you happy? Why not? Triple threat mixed tag team match.
I don't want Bryan and Brie ever even reference to be together.
Don't even mention their name.
Yeah, you don't want them referenced, but every time she's in the ring, she's doing the yes thing.
Oh god, do you remember when she went through that whole thing last summer of doing the yes chants?
And she does it still
as well, didn't she?
Does she still do it?
Have you not noticed that? She always does it. She goes in the ring and does it.
Oh, I just ignore her because it annoys me so much.
Just while we're on the topic of Daniel Bryan, how scary is it when you see him take some kind of backdrop or some move where he lands on his neck?
I don't understand.
I literally, when Luke Harper did that, I don't even know what the move. It was like some kind of
powerbomb
suplex thing.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember what the move was.
He full on went back onto his neck and sort of.
I was literally gripping my teeth.
They practiced this.
Of course they practiced it, but it still shits me up every time. Every time he lands anywhere near his neck, I just think, oh my god, they've killed him.
Yeah, it's really, which is it's probably not the right way to be looking at things. You shouldn't really be stressing out, like, if his neck's going to hold up, because I'm sure it's fine, but...
And you want him to be the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, his neck won't even hold up. He won't even lose the title.
I'm sure it will, I'm sure it's fine. It's that fear of, is it okay? Is he really okay? Or is it gonna
He's like Aguero for you City fans watching. When you're watching him, I think, don't run for that, you might get injured. It's like that, it is like that, and you can't...
Well, yeah, but
you can't really do that.
Football's scripted. So
it is scripted, yeah. The way City are playing, it must be.
Football references with Michael Titley.
Yeah, they're all there.
Oh, wow. Oh, well, actually, this is an interesting point. Have you realised JBL's like huge love for our football over here?
Yeah, he's always mentioning it. He annoys me how he always mentions United. I'm like, mention a fucking other team, stop mentioning them. But like, the best was when Wade Barrett was I can't remember who he was facing now. It was a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
It was just after the Preston got beat, and he was like, it's like Wade Barrett's United and someone else is Preston. And then JBL just turned and went, United aren't the champions though. He went, they've not been the same since Sir Alex left. I was like, you're right there, but mention a little bit, Sir. Come on. I remember once MVP, he was in England, MVP came out, right, in an Arsenal t-shirt, took it off, he had a Chelsea top underneath, took it off, he had a Liverpool top underneath, a City one, and then a United one.
I think I remember that, actually.
It was the weirdest thing ever. It was like, you're not appealing to anyone. You know what we're doing all that, doing that.
You gotta love cheap pops and cheap heat.
Yeah. Just pisses every football fan off. It's not like wrestling where you can have multiple fans of wrestling. You have one football team in the league and that's it.
The one thing I think we need to mention is the main event overall this week with Seth Rollins and Reigns. I have to give Reigns props for that dive he did at the end of the match.
Oh, that pissed me off, right, it's not nothing. The dive was brilliant, but what annoyed me more than anything is like, they've won. Yeah, let's just stand here in bird's eye view where he could just jump at us, and then Big Show was halfway up the other end of the ramp, so like, because he couldn't take him down with him. And then he came in, and like, the Big Show, the worst person to ever take a spear because of his size and weight, did that, and it was just like, he was already falling, you just left him.
Well, way to put a damper on that, Mike.
Yeah,
Reigns there you go.
Out of his way to go Uso crazy, and you just
The thing is, he actually did it better than the Usos as well, because they always skim the top rope, whereas he literally didn't. He was like way over. He was like nearly a foot over the top rope.
It was like when John Cena did that Hurricane Run. I was like, oh my god, how did he execute that so well?
Cena,
where did that come from?
That well, does he?
Of course he does. I thought it was Rey Mysterio in the ring when he did it. Fucking hell, Ray's back. Watch his knee.
Speaking of Ray's, it's quiet release.
Quiet release?
Yeah. That was a long time coming, to be fair.
Yeah.
When you've got someone who's more injury prone than Daniel Bryan, you've got to think, let's get rid of this deadwood.
Not just that, but they were having problems with them trying to implement his return for the best part of last year.
Yeah.
Why couldn't they have done something with Bray Wyatt? Thought that could have been a good feud.
What, Ray and Bray Wyatt?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah, I never considered that.
They couldn't make it work. They made worse stuff work.
You'd actually fit well with the WWE creative team right now,
I should be in there, But right, Zack Ryder versus Brock Lesnar at Mania, let's book it. Why isn't Zack Ryder in the main event at Mania?
I'm not insulting anyone's intelligence by answering that.
What's wrong with Zack Ryder?
Listen to Hosky, that'll tell you.
Who the fucking hell was that? Adam Rose?
He had a song. Zack Ryder's song, Hosky.
Speaking of Adam Rose, they're actually having a little Twitter
feud, aren't they? Is Adam Rose tweeting him back, or is he just shouting abuse at him? No, this is cyberbullying, this.
No, they've been tweeting each other back. There's actually been some really, sick birds, mate. Oh, yeah.
That'd be a fun rivalry. That would be a fun rivalry.
Going back to Reigns and Rollins, that mid-air spear.
Oh, right, yeah, of course.
Broke Rollins in half, loved it.
Yeah.
I thought I didn't think he I think it was you who was talking to Adam. Did he botch it? I was like, every time Roman Reigns does a move, you think he botched it. And I genuinely thought, I thought Seth Rollins, I did think he actually did something there.
Oh, wow.
It was pretty poor where he just jumped at him like in a spear position. I was like, "What are you doing that for? He's obviously going to spear you, isn't it? Don't
But it looked like it really hurt him as well. Like,
don't jump in the lion's mouth."
Full on connected.
It was a pretty good spear. I'll give Reigns that.
Come on, it's my goal every week to make you. Your goal every week is to give Reigns a prop each week.
No, that's alright.
At least I could do it a bit this week.
See, do you remember when you used to, like, when Cena was in the big title pitch, you used to hate Cena and just take the piss out of him to me. Now it's different. Now you know how it feels, Adam.
No, because Aaron actually has relevant opinions.
Oh.
When I first met you, Aaron, you hated Cena.
Yeah, I know, I'll admit that.
There you go.
I'm just happy that he's finally taken a step back and he's still in relevant feuds, but he doesn't have to be in the main title picture feuds. I'm happy with Cena that way.
I'd love him in the main title pitch. I think he should be.
This is an interesting thing that I've been thinking of recently. I think Cena, it seems pretty inevitable that he's going to tie Flair's record for 16 world titles.
Oh yeah.
Do you think?
I think he'll beat it.
Do you think that he's going to turn heel to do it?
Why?
I just feel like I hate all this. Oh, is when Cena going to turn heel stuff? I don't really care, to be honest. But yeah, I think
The IWQ is.
well, this reference you drop in every week, Mike. I'm sure like some people listening will think, what are the IWQ?
Well, let's just not mention it. I'll have to find out.
Because you do know that technically everyone who will listen to this will be a part of the IWC.
Yeah, but they won't. Oh, you just told them that. They won't be part of the arsehole bunch, though. Probably. Hopefully not. We'll find out in the comments section.
Anyway, as I was saying, I think there's a possibility that if he is going to turn heel at any point in his career, he'll do it to win 16 world titles.
Or you'll think he's going to turn heel, and then Ric Flair will come out and give him a big congratulations. Well done, mate. There's no one I'd rather beat it than you.
Well, yeah, that's probably likely what would happen.
Him Randy Orton pretty close, though.
I don't think so, is it?
10, I think.
Sure, is he not more than 10? I thought he was more than 10.
He could have. I'm guessing.
Right, we'll have to find that out.
Give that one a little Google.
That's Raw, I think.
Yeah. Do you want to move on to SmackDown? Bearable this week?
NXT.
Yeah, NXT's got to take pride of place over
Does
SmackDown.
You sellotape your mouth now. Let the big boys speak.
Big boys. Okay. Talk about children wrestling here. Right, go on. I'll just stay out of this and make a funny comment every now and then.
You do that.
Okay, NXT. Should we start with the main event? Let's go backwards.
We have to start backwards.
Let's be hipsters. On a scale of 1 to 1 million.
2 million.
2 million. Oh, yeah.
Sasha Banks as Charlotte. Wow, that was incredible.
I loved it. Like, Charlotte is just... Like, you're not a bigger fan of Charlotte, are you, as you are Sasha?
No, not as big as Sasha. She's
just so, like... She's a Flair, but she doesn't... Like, I just love how she can be as great as she is without having to be related to Ric Flair all the time.
Yeah, they don't drive it home near as much as they did at the start. Like, when she first debuted, it was all like, oh yeah, this is Ric Flair's daughter. Yeah, Ric Flair's daughter. Now, they don't even need to mention it because she speaks for herself when she's in the ring.
And she doesn't use the figure four. That was one of my biggest, well, she uses it, but not as a finisher.
Yeah, she doesn't really. And she does that, like, cool handstandy thing, like, I don't know.
Oh, the handstand.
Yeah, while she's got it locked in, which is just awesome.
I've been digging the natural selection off the top rope she's been doing as of late.
Yeah, it's really cool, like, super finisher. I really like that.
As for the finish of the match, I thought they did that as well as they could have done.
Oh, yeah.
Charlotte still looks strong.
Yep.
Really, really strong.
Really.
Yeah, and Sasha Banks, yep, killing it.
I never thought I would hear in a WWE women's match, "This is wrestling" chant.
This is why I love the NXT crowd.
It really warmed my heart just to hear that for a women's match, which it's unbelievable, really.
There was
it's unbelievable, Jeff.
I think it was that Rival. It could have been the week before. I can't say who it was because I completely forgot. But two people were in the ring who had obviously faced off before in a different promotion.
You mean Sammy and Owens?
I don't know if it was Sammy and Owens or it could have been. But
Not Neville and Balor, was it?
The crowd started chanting, "We're not worthy."
Oh, it was Neville and Balor, wasn't it?
Was it? Is that what it was? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I love it. I love it so much.
So good. I just love everything about NXT. It's consistently my favourite weekly wrestling show. It's brilliant.
Better than Raw?
Miles better.
Really? Is it that good?
Like, not to shit on Raw, but yeah. Like, NXT. This is what you're missing out on.
The matches are consistent 4-star matches. The storytelling is on point. The production side of it is great. The crowd are the best crowd of any wrestling promotion in the world anywhere. It's just everything about NXT.
Why don't they have the NXT crowds at Raw then instead of the faggots they've got now?
Yes, just go to Florida, pick the crowd up, and just put it in the arena. Yeah.
Is it only at Florida NXT?
Yeah, it's only in one location.
They're just starting to tour now, but
Why don't they just have Raw at Florida every week then?
Because it doesn't change the fact.
And then a few Manchester ones just for us.
Part of the NXT experience is that the arena is so small.
Yeah.
And you can hear everything.
Yeah.
Right.
And the thing that makes the crowd so awesome as well is the fact that I think Triple H knows the demographic he's targeting. He knows it's the internet wrestling fans. He knows it's the 18 to 25 demographic. He just knows who he's targeting it at.
The hardest of the hardcore fans.
Yeah, definitely.
Who know their shit.
Yeah, and I think that really shows the way the whole product is targeted to them. It's just, I can't speak enough praise about NXT.
I'm just going to have to stop you there then.
Alex Riley returning.
I love this. The fact that they've touched someone that really I don't give two shits about.
Really?
I like him in the Miz promos.
Yeah, I liked him then, but ever since then...
I was going to say, this is a long time coming, a very long time coming, Alex Riley coming back to action, and he's going back to the right place. I could not be more pleased with the fact that he's not only is he returning, he's returning at NXT. Best thing that could have happened to him.
Definitely. I mean, I'm really excited for his match with Owens, if he does actually have the match, I suppose. But
yeah,
I'm
We've got CJ Parker next week.
Yeah.
And CJ Parker, he's fucking great as well. I love that guy.
Honestly, it's weird that you see when all the NXT wrestlers tweet about CJ Parker, they can't speak enough praise of him, yet he doesn't really seem to be showcased much on the program. But I don't know. Yeah, I love him. Man.
He gave Kevin Owens the best start to his NXT career he could have possibly have given him.
Yeah.
He broke his nose with the palm of his hand.
Yeah.
That must have been some slap.
It was. It's
he drove the palm of his hand up into his nose. It was really pretty grim.
Gross.
And he hit him so hard that even C.A. Parker's hand had actually slit right down to the bone. Well, was it to the bone?
I don't know.
It was completely opened up anyway.
Oh, wow.
They had to stitch that closed. That was pretty awful.
Wow.
One more quick thing. The tag team champions, Blake and Murphy. What think?
I like them, but I think I don't know. It's a good job that NXT is development, because I think they do need more time to develop.
Yeah, they need working on.
That match they had at Rival with Kalisto and Sin Cara, that was a bit of a train wreck, and I think it's partly because I don't think Blake and Murphy really know the pace at the minute, what they want with the matches, because 1 minute it seems like they're running all over the place, doing epic stuff. Then the next minute, they're taking it really slow. And I think I'm noticing a lot with their opponents. They're taking that. I don't know. It seems to be causing a bit of confusion with the structure of their matches. And I don't know. I think.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. I do even though I don't watch NXT, I know what you mean when the match is like that and it pisses you off.
Mm.
It just makes you rage, doesn't it, Mike?
Makes you rage quit. Pause it for a bit. Yeah. So let's move on to SmackDown then. Did everyone watch SmackDown?
I did.
Did you enjoy it? Was it bearable?
I know, yeah. Bearable.
They do need to rebrand them now. It's getting like beyond the joke. I mean, normal like it's like it's bad how you put up with it as like you actually think, yeah, it was alright. It didn't piss me off that as much as it did last week. That's what That's what they seem to be going for.
The level of interest at SmackDown seems to be at an all-time low. It's just nobody seems to be.
It's the missable show.
Yeah, definitely.
I still think it's great how they was like, yeah, let's change it to Thursday because that's when we can target the target audience. Like, no one's watching it because it's shit now because it's on Friday.
I do think Thursday in the long
there is Sky Plus.
Well, there is Sky Plus, but they want consistent live viewers, not if you watch it recorded, that's not gonna WWE aren't gonna see that as a view either. So
doesn't really not.
Well, no, it doesn't go into the ratings.
They base their ratings off who's watching it when it's being broadcast.
The Raw ratings must be terrible then for England because I'm not being funny, but there's not many people who could stay up at 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock.
Yeah, actually, TNA beat out WWE on ratings over here, and the TNA fanboys always get excited over that, but when you actually realise it's the fact that they don't count how many people record it, then you realise.
Just have it like as every 10 recordings is one viewer, they'd still smash them then.
Oh, wow.
Ain't someone from TNA coming to WWE?
Samoa Joe.
That's very weird, that, isn't it? Like one of them going the other way.
Samoa Joe.
No, like they send the shit. We send the shit their way.
That's probably going to be his new name in WWE, Samoa Joe.
I was actually saying the other week about I remember someone giving me his name. I was like, oh my god, he can do a stable with Roman Reigns about getting their Samoan blood boiling.
You really enjoyed that, didn't you?
Oh, it was so embarrassing. It was funny.
That sold it for me, really.
Imagine if they bring him in.
We're going back on ourselves to talk about it, but really.
Yeah, it was terrible.
I love that guy.
Imagine if they bring in Samoa Joe and like, oh, this is Joe Reigns, Roman's cousin. It's like, oh god, no, please don't.
What, another one? Look at how many aunties and uncles does this guy have?
Oh, Joe Uso.
Joe Sue.
No, to get back on SmackDown, no, I thought it was an okay show, to be fair.
What was your highlight of the night?
The whole IC title picture, just that.
I think that's what they really are pushing for it. That's like the World Heavyweight Championship now for the SmackDown.
The IC title seems to be right now the main event for SmackDown. It was the main event.
I am enjoying the whole pass the title between people thing.
Yeah, that hot potato sort of thing.
Yeah.
Would you have guessed Stardust being like what looks to be the final piece to the puzzle?
I don't think.
Yeah, I still thought before Fastlane that him and Mr. Dusty Rhodes' other son was going to do a retirement match.
Yeah, my stance on it, I think what's going to happen is there's going to be a qualifying match with Stardust and someone else, and Goldust is going to
maybe Daniel Bryan. Because if Stardust does go into the match, then that's no room for Daniel Bryan, which could be a good thing. Because one of the original plans was Bryan versus Ziggler, but that can't happen now because Ziggler is confirmed for the ladder match.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit stupid that like they should. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think the way that they could end up pushing SmackDown to be an individual show again, like as it should be, is if Bryan's the IC Championship and they somehow model that round.
He is the championship.
Yeah, just the championship.
You
just
win
carry him around.
We're just going to wear Daniel Bryan.
Fucking hell, I'd lose that match. But yeah, I do think if they did that, they could sort of push it as a way if they just
that's a very good point, but this is where we go back on the Cena fix. So you're happy for Bryan to be the IC champion to elevate the title, yeah?
Yeah, that doesn't bother me.
So why can't Cena take the US title and do the exact same thing?
Because it's elevating the title rather than elevating Cena. Cena doesn't need to be elevated. Cena should be.
Well, now does Bryan.
Does Bryan?
Bryan is over like Rover, so him getting the IC title is not gonna elevate him. It's just gonna elevate the title. So what you're saying about Bryan?
No, not elevate the title. I'm saying elevate SmackDown. He should be the poster boy for the new SmackDown. The new and improved SmackDown, whereas John Cena...
What if Cena takes the US title and also defends it regularly on SmackDown and promotes...
If he puts a spinner on it, I don't mind then.
Going back to the old vintage spinner belt.
You should do a spinner.
Spinners are awful.
You're awful.
He's not that guy anymore, though, is he?
He's that guy.
He still occasionally has the...
Welbs is that guy. He should be that guy.
Got to give a nod to Axel as well for that promo on SmackDown. It was very.
He cuts
very
good promos, but you just think he don't cut a good promo. I mean, he does cut good ones.
He
but
cuts good promos, but
it's because it's him. You think?
I think it's more his voice.
What the fuck's he going on about?
He does have a weird. Does he have some kind of speech impediment?
I don't think so.
There's something wrong with him.
I don't think he does he?
It's
No,
something about his voice.
He puts it on. He puts his voice on. That's why.
Did any of you see the promo he did when he was on NXT, like the old NXT? When
I don't watch it, so no.
No, the old one, like 2010 NXT, like the crappy NXT. When he did the Michael McGillicuddy promo where he was like, "This is the Genesis starting this moment, from this moment now."
Him and that bastard Husky Harris. I remember him now. It
was a really terrible promo. Just look it up on YouTube. It's really bad. It's one of the worst promos I've ever seen. But
I remember now. It was him and that fat bastard Husky Harris who made Cena join the Nexus.
Heartbreaking days.
Fucking shite, mate.
Oh well. I feel like
heartbreaking.
I feel like I need to do my little weekly Lucha Underground praise.
Yep.
So this is my little segment now for me to run off on how good Lucha Underground is. I'm going to get straight to the main event. This week, a guy called Tejano, big star in Mexico. He comes and faces Alberto El Patron, Alberto Del Rio.
That name sounds familiar.
Yeah. Alberto Del Rio from WWE. So yeah, that was brilliant match. Ended in DQ, which I'm a bit by DQ finishes, but I understand.
So WWE.
Yeah, I understand why they did the finish though, because they're probably going to have a title match in the future, which I can live with that, I suppose. But that was a really great match. Then we had Big Rick, also known as Ezekiel Jackson in WWE. He was fighting a woman, which is what I also love about Lucha Underground, the fact that they don't discriminate. The women always face the guys. I mean, the match was terrible, basically, which is really a surprise for Lucha Underground, but considering, like, I don't know, you remember Ezekiel, the size of him.
Yeah, he was massive.
Yeah, massive, and he seems to have got even bigger still, because he's probably, I don't know, he's probably taking stuff. Yeah, definitely. But
they don't really warrant him in there, do they?
No. So, yeah, considering he's probably on them as well. I mean, he was fighting a woman who's, not the biggest of people at all, but I think the match was like 2 minutes long, and he basically ended it by holding her down to the mat and just pinning her, and she couldn't get out because of his strength. I mean, it was...
Sounds bloody weird.
It was a terrible match, but the point of the match was the fact that he's going on to face the Crew, they're called, which is basically like this 3-man gang sort of thing. So
3-man band, did you say?
Unfortunately not. But yeah, it should be an interesting feud to see that. And then we had Mil Muertes defeating Phoenix, which was, I really like both of these guys. Brilliant match, and I'm looking forward to see where their feud goes from here. So yeah, that's my little weekly.
That's your little segment of Lucha Libre.
Underground.
I do plan on joining you with this.
You should do. They really do put good episodes out. I mean, it wasn't the best one this week, but yeah, it was a good episode.
I take it you watch like a stream online.
Yeah. That's the only way to get it over here, really.
Don't tell anyone.
So, is there anything else you want to bring up, guys, before we end it?
Mike, you've been a great host.
I've been a great host, I'll be honest with you. Is there anything else other than me being an awesome host?
No, overall, enjoyable week for pro wrestling.
It was a pretty decent week this week. Had some good matches.
I did have some good promo. I had some good promos to get that out there.
We did have some good promos.
Yeah, we had some very good promos this week.
So yeah, I think we'll call it a show. That then. Thanks for listening or watching, guys. Tune in next week. Probably the same time we'll be uploaded. Like, subscribe, and share. Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
You've been listening to the 3 Count Podcast. Be sure to tune in next week for more weekly wrestling roundup.